has been a regulated futures market that is traded alongside it, which has given us comfort to launch going way back, gold ETPs, corn ETPs, wheat ETPs, and then in crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I can't talk specifically about our filing, but I can talk about what that means generally, which is you may remember that there was sort of a start and stop motion to these ETFs previously. There were applications filed and then the applications withdrawn. I think the fact that you're seeing them refiled across the board for multiple issuers suggests that, the issuer community thinks the SEC is willing to investigate and consider these things. That doesn't guarantee in any way that they will be approved, but being open to the discussion is much better than not being open to the discussion. So I think conversations around XRP, Solana, and multiple other assets are going to heat up. Our view is that the SEC wants to take an accommodative view and help investors access these assets through ETPs. We'll find out over the next 6 months. But by any perspective, the outlook is better than it was 4 weeks ago and dramatically better than it was 4 months ago. And so that's what I would focus on here. I think you have to feel very optimistic about the direction the SEC is going, but I would say you want to be realistic about the speed. Here's the thing, Tony, which I don't think most people understand. For every commodity ETF launched so far in the US, there has been a regulated futures market that is traded alongside it, which has given us comfort to launch going way back, gold ETPs, corn ETPs, wheat ETPs, and then in crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there is a big step to take to move to something like XRP or Solana or any other asset for which there isn't a large, robust, regulated futures market. Now, that futures market is not required, but it's not a trivial step. And because it's not a trivial step, I think even a pro-crypto SEC is likely to take their time, analyze, get public comment. My view is that this is a long game. The big question for investors is, do you think there will be an XRP ETF in a year or in 2 years? But let's just say in a year. I think there's a very good argument for that. Trying to get more specific underneath that, I think you're introducing a huge amount of risk, and there's honestly no way to know. I think we're moving in that direction long term, and that should really be the focus if you're investing, for the next 5 years.
Speaking of new ETFs, I noticed Bitwise filed for a Dogecoin spot ETF. What made you guys do this filing?
Yeah, again, I keep saying this. I can't talk about our specific filing, but I do like to disambiguate or separate Doge from other meme coins, right? Because the thing people hate about meme coins is that they're ephemeral, they're here today and gone tomorrow, and they're subject to insiders rugging the public, right? What we really don't like about meme coins is Hougan coin, where the founder takes all the money on day one and everyone else is left with zero. Dogecoin's actually the antithesis through that. Dogecoin lived through all of the scandals of crypto, right? If you go way back, Dogecoin was here when Mt. Gox was a thriving business, right? It is an incredible duration. It's the opposite of ephemeral. It's one of the oldest crypto assets. And it also launched with a fair launch. It has no insiders. There's no insiders in Doge. So the things people hate about meme coins, the primary things, are not true of Doge. Now, you are left with a coin that has a cute dog as the logo. And do I think every investor should own Doge? Definitely not. Do I think it's the same thing as Bitcoin? Definitely not. It's playing a different game. But am I going to sit here and tell investors that they're wrong to be excited about this community, which is vibrant and has sustained itself for 12 years? I'm not going to do that. Like, that's a crazy thing to say. So I see too much media coverage that lumps Doge in with Hawktua and Melania and Trump coin and whatever, fart coin. I just think that's the wrong analogy, right? You have to respect its history and its community and its length of stay, and the fact that it's an honest dog token. I'm not here to say like it's the future of finance or it's the future of money. I do think anyone who's thought about how markets have evolved over the last 5 years, who watched what happened in GameStop and with Wall Street Bets, who've watched the emergence of these excited communities around crypto and is saying they'll go away. I find that equally as silly as some of the like the pro takes on the latest meme coin drop. I think both views are irrational. You need to look at this sustained community that's made it through 12 years, and it's probably going to be here for the next 20. And that's interesting to some people, and other people can ignore it, and that's fine, right? I think that's how to think about Doge.